The look makes my heart thud once more painfully in my chest. Stop staring at me like that. Rod looks away, his cheeks tinged red. I feel my own cheeks warms at the sight. I wasn't staring at all. I want to jump out the window. I fucking hate this. Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon, Rod's Root. So in the last episode, if I remember, Alcaster was just planning to take Emmeline as hostage, but it backfired because Fritz or Varg, I don't fucking know, betrayed him, and then Mythros betrayed him as well, so everyone's a snake in this, and Lucette and Rod keep flirting, and it's very uncomfortable for me. Anyway, let's continue. The ball comes to an abrupt end after Alcaster's stunt. He's thrown into a jail cell and is promised a trial after a few days' time, where he will be tried for treason against the kingdom. I still can't believe that Sir Alcaster would do something like that, and so, brazenly? What does that mean? I wonder, what happened to Sir Fitzgerald? They say he vanished completely last night. Do you think he was working with his father? The truth is, I have no idea what to think. I had thought that I had everything figured out, but now I became more and more confused by the moment. Fritz was always loyal to a fault, but then Sir Alcaster was the same way with the king, and I have not seen or heard Fritz for weeks. Cannot really say. Well, he's Varg, right? But I don't know. Good morning, Princess Emmeline. Sir Varg. Varg was offered a room at the palace for a few days' visit. He's being treated as Sir Mythros' valued guest. Oh. I had heard from the other servants that he is Sir Mythros' relative who has lived in the neighboring kingdom. Are you freaking how blind are these people in this place? Clearly you can tell he's the son and he's Fritz. Oh my god. Get glasses. God damn it. I hope you're feeling well now, princess. Yes, thank you for your help last night. Is Emmeline blushing? I know I won't be here long, but I do hope you get better during the duration of my stay. I would love that. Then I am looking forward to spending more time with you. Oh, I forgot that I meant to be in my mother's room right now. Lucette, Sir Varg, I'll see you both later. I curtsy as Emmeline walks off, leaving me alone with Varg. Cannot help but feel uneasy in his presence. Something about him just puts me on edge. He makes me feel uncomfortable. Excuse me, I have errands to attend to. Wait. Before you head out, I have something to give you. Give me? Varg reaches into one of his pockets and withdraws a letter that he holds out to me. Okay, thanks? What is this about? Well, I guess you'll have to open it up and find out, princess. My blood turns into ice in my veins. He knows that I am a princess? That could only mean that he is... I have no idea what you're talking about, excuse me. I am about to leave when Varg suddenly grabs my ears. What's with everyone grabbing each other in this game? Stop. The play is just about to start, princess. You have a responsibility as the main character to perform impeccably until the end. Otherwise, well, he grins at me. It is the same wolfish smile that he flashed during the ball. You might miss out on your fairy tale ending. What? Before I can say anything else, I feel a hand grip my other arm. Someone is tugging me back away from Varg, then comes to stand in front of me. Stay away from her. Rod? Varg looks at Rod, then at me. His smile is growing more crooked. What an interesting turn of events. I wonder if this is how well it will end for both of you. Tell me, Lucette, what is he to you? Oh my god, he's a friend! Don't make me fucking romance this guy. Ugh. Alright, he's not a fucking friend. Fuck you. No answer, Be in denial all you want. At the end of the day, you're going to have to decide who and what you'll choose. Who and what to choose? Silence. You are harassing one of our staff members. Of course, I apologize for my rude behavior, Your Highness. Are you alright? I am. Thank you for helping me. You know I'd do anything for you. Ugh! God. What? What? Rod shakes his head before stepping away. Anything? For me? Rod coughs, pulling me from the thought. It is possible that he is a witch or that he's working with the other witches, but we have no evidence to prove it. Until we figure out what's going on, you'll need to be wary of him. I know. Rod smiles at me gently. The look makes my heart thud once more painfully in my chest. Stop staring at me like that. Rod looks away, his cheeks tinged red. I feel my own cheeks warms at the sight. I wasn't staring at all. I want to jump out the window. I fucking hate this. Both of you are hopeless. Shut up, Subby. Rod gives you one last look before finally turning and walking away. I place my hand over my chest where I can still hear my thudding heartbeat. This feeling. If it is what I think it is, then I have no right to feel that way about him. He is my stepbrother. Thank you! Please keep remembering that so I don't have to suffer over here playing this. I shake my head to clear my thought, then glance down at the letter that Varg just delivered to me. There is only one sentence written on it. Come to the throne room alone tonight. What is he gonna do? Chapter 9, The Wedding! The throne room is empty when I arrive. I can only hope this is not some sort of trap. Soon after I enter, the door squeaks open and finally he faces to enter the room. Sir Mythros? Sir Mythros walks towards me. When he is close enough, he drops onto one knee and bow. I frown as I take a step back from him. My princess, do not be alarmed. I know of your true identity. I don't trust this guy. Sir Mythros flashes me a wild smile that causes me to shudder down my spine. You know who I am? Then that means you're a... I take a step back as my blood drains from my face. Sir Mythros' smiles only widens at my reaction. I'll say for you, yes, I am a witch. If you're a witch, then Sir Alcaster is... a mere human, a fool one. And Varg? Nothing but my personal errand boy. A thought suddenly occurs to me. If Sir Alcaster was plotting against the kingdom, then did Sir Mythros also punish Fritz somehow? What about Fritz? Was he a part of Sir Alcaster's plans? Ah, the knight. To avoid confusing you, let's just say that the situation surrounding him is too complicated to adequately explain, because the game is trying to say, you need to go play his route to find out what happened to Fritz. I command you to answer my question, Sir Mythros. Was Fritz part of this? If it makes you feel any better, he refused to be a part of this. He refused? Does that mean he was not part of the plans? Or he's unwilling to force the participant in them? I'm certain that Sir Alcaster would not be happy that his own son was disobeying him. He either forced him to help him or assigned him outside the palace. But if Fritz knew about Sir Alcaster's plans, why did he not warn anyone about them? Why is he working with Sir Mythros as well? More questions swirl in my head, but none of them have answers. When this is over, I'll personally ask Fritz about this, once I can locate him. I shake the thoughts away and bring my attention back to Sir Mythros. Why bother with this reveal? What do you gain from it? Before we start our conversation... Oh, what? Oh, what's going on? Sir Mythros waves his hand, conjuring a faint green glow that envelops the whole room. Just in case someone decides to eavesdrop, I wouldn't want any of your witch friends still listening in on us. Yes, I'm aware that one of them has been snooping around the palace the past few months. Their snooping has made it more difficult to move around without exposing myself. Sir Mythros clicks his tongue in annoyance. Such a nuisance. Is he referring to Delora? She and Perfect warned me about that there were a witch in the palace. Is Sir Mythros truly that witch? What do you think, Lucette? He just cast a magic spell right in front of you. I don't know what to tell you. I never really trusted him, not even when I was a princess. Now that he is revealing himself as a witch, I need to know what he plans on doing. You knew that I was the princess this entire time, yet you never offered me any assistance. If I had, Alcaster would have targeted you as well. What? Alcaster wanted to dispose of the royal family. If he had known you were the princess, he would have been after you too. It would have been easier with no one remembering you as the princess. But unfortunately, Fritz told his father about you, thinking that Alcaster might be able to help protect you. It didn't help that Varg confirmed it. Oh! Yeah, you know, Fritz seems like the type of guy who tries to do the right thing, but he's kind of stupid at the same time for doing it, so... Your mother wouldn't have been happy with me if I put you in harm's way. This is why I had to pretend to not know you in order to protect you. Sir Mythros is silent for a few moments before he speaks again. Revealing myself to be a witch was necessary. I had to make myself appear useful to Alcaster somehow, after all. Then, of course, I learned of the foolish plan to steal the crown and decide to thwart them. Though, not before I stole something from the Alcaster first. I played him like a fool that he was. I told him that I would aid him with my magic so long as he gave me the knight's protection. Using magic is almost impossible in this place, so having the knights to back me up was crucial. The knights? What does he need the knight's protection for? What are his plans? Sir Mythros starts pacing around the room, his expression still calm. I found out that his plan to dispose me after he obtained what he needed, so I disposed of him first. Alcaster might have been able to convince most of the knights to aid him by promising them promotions, but, well, my magic is far more convincing. Sir Mythros stops in front of me. His deadpan expression transforms into a smile. He's such a Peter Baelish, I fucking hate it. For now, let us discuss speaking of my plans. The minute Alcaster's plans were thwarted, thwarted, I knew I had to contact you directly. I am happy to see you in the palace, Your Highness. Although, we really need to get you out of those clothes soon. A maid's clothing does not befit a princess like yourself. That doesn't matter. My priority right now is to break my curse. Ah, of course. They must truly have been frightened to feel they need to curse you. I feel an uncomfortable tug in my heart. To think that the Lucis Bear would actually allow a witch to curse you. Sir Mythros shakes his head, disgust written on his features. When you suddenly disappeared that day, it was as if all traces of your existence had vanished. I searched for you endlessly, Princess. Stop it! You're such a bitch! We already know you're just trying to take over the crystal, and this guy is just trying to make a sad story. What the hell? When you first appeared here in the palace, I did not recognize you immediately, but I felt a touch of magic in you, and investigated. My curiosity is what promoted me to investigate you further. When I tried hard enough, I found that I could see through your glamour that had been casted on you. So Sir Mythros truly was the witch the Parfait was referring. Lucette, how do you not? This man already confessed, did magic, and she's like, oh, now he's really the witch. Like, what? Imagine my surprise when I found out that it was actually you. The fairy bearer that has been nothing but a nuisance to us witches. First she betrayed your mother, then she betrayed you before she had ever met you. But mother was the Tenebrae bearer corrupted by darkness. Parfait only did what she had to. Sir Mythros looked at me, clearly surprised. What lies have those people been whispering in your ear? Everything the queen did, she did for us witches, to protect us from the wicked humans who destroyed our kind. It is clear to me where Sir Mythros' alliances lie. This guy sounds like an extremist. That's what he sounds like right now. Sir Mythros sighs, running his hand through his hair, and then continues speaking. On your 18th birthday, you will follow her footsteps. You will make this kingdom a place for all witches to prosper. I'm nothing like her. I refuse to make people suffer to feel the crystal. I have never borne witness to the suffering of the people to go through it during my mother's reign, but the stories are enough to reveal their true nature to me. It is hard to believe at first, but those people do not have any reason to lie as servants like myself. They have nothing to gain from it. I finally understand why the hatred of people for me ran so deep, even when I did nothing to them. It was because I was the witch's daughter. Your mother wouldn't be happy to hear you say that. Let me assure you that this is not destiny you cannot run from, dear princess. I will not let destiny take control of my life. I feign tiredness by releasing a long yawn. I'm sorry for cutting you short, Sir Mythros, but excuse me, I am getting tired. I am about to walk past Sir Mythros when he starts speaking again, his voice in a low whisper. I've noticed that you've gotten close to the family you despised before, the prince included. I narrow my eyes at him. You care about him, don't you? I must confess, it surprises me, Princess. Such a relationship would be certainly a scandal, even if you two are not blood-related. He is still your stepbrother. Thank you, Mythros. I can agree with him on that. Whatever will your dear father say about this? I clench my fists. He has no right to lecture me. I already know the feelings are wrong. I know I cannot have them. I assure you that there is nothing between both of us. Oh, is that so? Are those lies you just uttered to convince yourself? This man is beginning to try my patience. Allow me to share a little secret with you, Princess. I'm not interested. I head for the door and reach for the knob. Oh, but I think it is something you would be more curious about. I do, after all, know the consequences of the prince failing to break his curse. I also happen to know someone special to him is getting married tomorrow. My hand freezes. How do you know about all this? I know of all the happenings around the palace. That's my job, Princess. Now, tell me, do you know the ending of the fairy tale, The Little Mermaid? My blood runs cold when I remember what Emmeline told me about the fairy tale. If the prince falls in love and marries someone else, the little mermaid's heart would break and she would dissolve into sea foam. I conducted my own investigation and actually met the witch who bestowed the curse on the prince. In meeting her, I found out everything there is to know about it. I turned my regard to Mythros with a frown. Ah, it seems I've finally gotten your attention. What do you plan on doing to Rod? Sir Mythros shrugs. To him? Nothing really. I was merely curious. I wanted to know what you saw in him. What do you know about this curse? It stays true to the fairy tale, only in this case, the prince gives up his voice for a title. Still, it will end up the same way. The girl will fall in love with someone else, despite his sacrifice. You mean, on his beloved wedding day, the prince will die. I thought you might have reached to some conclusion. Tragic, don't you think? I had the same thought, but is Rod truly gonna die? So the reason why Rod gave up breaking his curse is because he knew that Vairika would never love him back. He knew that he was going to die the moment Viorica married. That'd be more fucked up, in my opinion, if he fell in love with someone else, but he dies as soon as he gets married. I think that's even worse. Dread begins to wash over me. Why not ask him yourself? As if orchestrated by magic, the double doors open as Rod steps inside. When he sees me, his expression relaxes. I've been looking all over for you. I wanted to speak to you about my discussion with Lady Parfait. Rod! You can't just say that out loud when fucking the snake is in the room. I turn around to face Sir Mythros once again, but to my surprise, he's already gone. Why did Sir Mythros leave? Lucette, is something wrong? Was Sir Mythros really speaking the truth? Ask him, I guess? Is it true that you will die when Viorica marries Dysamin? I see that you're still stuck on the same theory. Have you been snooping around again? Please answer my question, Rod. And if I am, why do you not want anyone to help you fix this? I don't need to tell you everything, Lucette. His voice is now soft and his expression tired. I've been aware of another way to break my curse from the beginning, but I would rather die than to do what is to be needed. Have you not read? Rod's voice trails off when he sees my confused expression. He clears his throat. Forget it. There's nothing more you can do. The reason I have not told anyone the truth about my curse is because I never wanted anyone to blame themselves for not being able to help me. I was already lost cause the moment Viorica fell in love with someone else. I could never take the happiness away from her. Rod becomes silent, his gaze downcasted. The vulnerable expression catches my surprise. You should have told me about your curse a long time ago. How many times must I repeat myself? Telling you about my curse won't change the outcome. I could have tried to help you. Why are you so insisting on helping me? Because I care about you. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. I think that's the wrong answer, right? Let me try the other one. Alright, confront them. Answer me, you bitch. Is this how you really want things to end? What are you talking about? Have you ever thought about what your family will feel after they find out what you've lied about your curse? You're gonna die when Viorica gets married tomorrow? Am I right? That is why you told me there's nothing you could do to help you break your curse. Because there's really nothing you can do to help me. Viorica will never return my love. I already accepted my fate a long time ago. Lady Parfait was the only one who insisted I find another way to break my curse. Because she refused to give up on you, and I will not give up on you either. Yay, right answer. Here we go, after she fucking says she cares about him. My face warms up when my words escape my lips. Rod also flushes. What are you saying? That I am worried about you on Emmeline's behalf, of course. I do not want her to think that I let you die. Rod lets out a deep sigh. Just stop talking. You're in no position to tell me what to do. Set. There's a hint of warning in his voice. Now you better let me help you or... Oh god. Ah! Oh god! Ew! Oh god! Why? Ew! Stop it! Why is this game? Oh god, why? My words are cut off when Rod presses his lips to mine. It is only a brief kiss when he pulls away. His usual somberness has returned. I told you to stop talking. I can only stare back at him, baffled. Rod, do you realize you just kissed the princess? Do you realize that you just kissed your stepsister, your family? Rod looks at Sebi, then at me. His face colors once more. He takes a step back, his lips pressed together. I'm sorry. Without any warning, Rod turns abruptly and stalks out of the room. Sebi falls from his shoulder and falls to the ground. You leave Sebi too, what the hell? But Rod does not notice, in a hurry to leave. I stare after in shock. Can't believe he just ran away. I walk to where Sebi is and yell down to pick him up. Are you alright? I'm fine. Thank you, princess. Sebi tilts his head to the side. That Rod. I wonder when he will start acting like a man. Suddenly kissing a girl like that is so unromantic and so disgusting. I think about the warmth of- Ugh! Oh, stop! Why did I have to describe it? It's fucking gross. God damn it. Yeah, it's great. She liked it. Rod may not say much, but he has a lot going on in his head. Thoughts that he doesn't want anyone to know. I don't want to speak on his behalf, but I know he really does care about you, princess. He's just a little standoffish and has a difficult time showing his emotions. He's sensitive like that. Take it from me, I'm always in his head. I care about him too, but what will become of my feelings once I break my curse? I will return to being his stepsister when this is all over. Not that this is the time to mull over such thoughts. I'm sorry for asking you of this, princess, but can you return me to Rod? That boy is useless without me. The explanation in Sebi's voice makes me smile. Sebi acts like Rod's older sibling, of course. Why am I playing this route? This was a mistake. You know, this was a mistake. Oh my god. When Rod doesn't open the door, knock again. Rod's eyes widen as soon as he sees me. His face flushed a dark crimson. I'm here to return Subby. Rod nods before slowly taking Subby from my hands. Thank you. Be careful not to drop me next time. There's a hint of a smile on Rod's face as he taps Subby's face. Sorry. He looks so much more at ease when he smiles. Oh. What is the good ending? Are they just making out like fucking what's his face, Claude and Lucette in their ending? Like, I don't want to see that. Rod faces me again with an apologetic expression. Lucette, I'm really sorry for what I did earlier. Good, I'm glad, because well, you know what? Actually, I don't accept your apology because I can't unsee that. I have to get the good ending though. Oh my god, I hate everything. I know you did not intend to do that in the first place. The truth is, he trails off, then averts his eyes slowly to the floor. He actually meant to do that, right? Suffice to say, I'm not supposed to feel this way about you. What exactly are you feeling? Oh, Rod flushes deep red before turning away. Don't ask me such embarrassing questions. How about you just stop kissing your stepsister? The hovering silence becomes more pronounced as we both stop talking. You said that you wanted to talk to me about something you discussed with Lady Parfait? Yes. I mean to tell you that Delora will be here tomorrow to investigate. Now that we know Sir Alcaster's not the witch, we have to start our investigations over. Actually, about that, I know who the witch is. You do? It's Sir Mythros. He's the real witch. Sir Mythros? So when Sir Alcaster was throwing around accusations last night, they were true. Sir Mythros is already aware that Delora has been investigating the palace. We need to warn her. Then I will send Lady Parfait a quick message. We need to keep our guard around him too, especially you. I'm sure he already knows that you're the Crown Princess. I nod in response. For now, we should wait for Delora to show up tomorrow. But it's getting late. You should go and get some rest. The moment he says the words, I realize that he is correct. My eyelids are heavy. You're right. I think I shall take my leave. Good night, Lucette. Good night, Rod. God, is it over? Oh my god. Moments after Rod closes the door, I hear a familiar voice whispering in my ear. Ah, I see. Oh, good. I jump back in surprise and stare at him with wide eyes. Sir Mythros is leaning casually against the pedestal. These people are talking about, you know, Delora coming in and, like, infiltrating the place out in the open. They couldn't at least go into Rod's room? Like, how stupid is everyone in this room? Oh my god. So is that why the princess disappears here every now and then? I had no reason to care before, but now I see it. If my guess is correct, he is also in league with the Lucius Bearer. When I do not answer, Sir Mythros smiles and shrugs. Well, it does not matter. I glance around us again and notice the green shield from earlier. Once again, no one will hear this conversation. Now that the prince has confirmed your doubts, what will your next course of action be? You want to help him break his curse, yes? Rod might have given up on breaking his curse, but I refuse to do nothing. From the way that Sir Mythros is taunting me, he must know some way to break his curse. Don't you know not to trust the snakes? The snakes in the stories is how you get killed. Rod will not be happy about this, but I need to use whatever means necessary to save him. Do you know how to break his curse, Sir Mythros? Ah, I will assure you that I have not read the full fairy tale if I do not know. Yes, princess, I know. Tell me. Mythros cocks an eyebrow and waves his finger at me. Do you not realize by now that how witches work, princess? I propose a deal. I will let you help him, but you must help me with something in return. Help you? If you're planning to betray the king. I have no plans of taking the crown, or harming any of the members of the royal family. What? Then what is it you want from me? I prefer keeping you in suspense. I do enjoy surprises. You'll find out the day after tomorrow. That's your 18th birthday. I think it's obvious this bitch wants the crystal. Like, it's pretty obvious. He doesn't need to say anything. He made it perfectly clear. I looked at him, perplexed. Why does it have to be on my birthday? Don't worry, your highness. What I request from you will also make it a pleasant gift for you. I bet you he's gonna make an offer, like, make me the bearer, and then you don't have to worry about anything, right? Because Lucette doesn't even want to be the bearer in the first place. Bet that's what he's gonna do. What do you say? I bite my lower lip and consider. I am worried about Sir Mythros' request as I no longer have time. Bayuka's marriage is tomorrow, and Sir Mythros has the upper hand. I understand. Good. Now remember, dear Lucette, witches are bound to their oaths. In order for the prince to regain his voice in life, something must be taken by force, just like in the fairy tale. What does he mean by that? Tell me what to do. Oh, did I forget to mention this, but it is not you who must act, but the prince. What? If Rod could help himself, he would have done so by now. Please trust me, princess. You will have my aid, and I will make sure the prince's curse is broken. Today is Vairika's wedding, and it's also the day Rod is destined to die. Sir Mythros explained his plan briefly last night. He told me that he would be a valuable item delivered to Rod that he would need to use to break his curse. He further explained that it is something that he would use after the wedding. I tried to question him further, but he disappeared before I could, saying anything that he needed to start preparation. Do not completely trust him, but I am running out of time and have no choice right now. The royal family has left the palace to attend Vairika's wedding. It is unusual for the king to attend another noble's wedding, but Vairika is an exception given that she is one of Rod and Emmeline's best friends. Despite Sir Mythos' reassurance, I am still restless. Sir Mythos told me that everything would be alright, that Rod would not instantly die the moment Vairika got married. But why must the involvement be reserved for this time after the wedding? Why does he not act now? Someone looks like they're in a bad mood. Dolores suddenly stands before me, smirking. Her appearance shocks me so badly I nearly drop the dishes in my hand. What impeccable timing. From what I've heard from the prince about Mythos, no wonder I was iffy about the man. I should have realized that he was a witch. Do you know him? Yes, I do. Dolores walks closer and placed both of her hands on my shoulders. Listen to me, princess. I am warning you. Stay away from Mythos. Do you understand? The man is a sly devil. He cannot be trusted. Take a deep breath to still my rapid heartbeat. I hope I will not regret asking him for help. Princess, I need you to promise me that you'll stay away from Mythos. Yes, of course. Good. For the time being, I will resume my investigation. If I'm lucky, I'll find out what Mythos hopes to accomplish. Actually, he is not in the palace right now. He went to the royal family to attend the wedding. A wedding, huh? How unusual. I can only assume that he must be there at the wedding to help Rod. Well then, better make use of his absence while I can. I'll see you later, princess. When I am left to my own thoughts, my mind returns to the issue of Rod's curse. Sir Mythos mentioned a similarity with the fairy tale, which means I may have a chance to find out more. I decide to go to the library when I have time to pick up the book. I am now on my way back to my quarters with the book in my hand when I see Rod walking down towards me on the other side. His eyes are fixed on the floor, but he doesn't notice me as I approach. Rod? He is still alive. Does that mean Sir Mythos has succeeded? Oh, it's you. Rod's voice is still coming from Subby. The realization instills a deep fear inside of me. He's still cursed. How much time does he have left? Much to my surprise, Rod actually smiles at me. The smile is forced, however, but it does not reach his eyes. He looks crestfallen. Are you alright? How was the wedding? What the fuck's wrong with this guy now? How's the wedding? I quickly clamped my hand over my mouth after asking the question. Rod just saw the person he loves getting married today. I already know how he feels. I apologize. I shouldn't have asked that. Rod looks at me in surprise. Then, to my shock, he starts chuckling. Why are you laughing? You look like a criminal caught in the act for a crime. I apologize for trying to be sensitive, Your Highness. Without realizing it, I smiled back at him. It looks like Rod has finally learned to converse with me normally. I hope this will not be the last time I see him smile like this. I'm tired, Lucette. I will now retire for the night. Rod looks at me again and smiles. Good night, Lucette. That doesn't answer my question, but okay. Without waiting for an answer, Rod begins to walk away. I glance down at the book in my hands and slowly open up to the last page of the Little Mermaid fairy tale. I start reading from the section where the mermaid's sister explains how to get rid of her fins back. Take this knife. Before the sunrise, you must plunge it into the heart of the prince, and you will be the mermaid once again. This is why this fairy tale is really fucked up. She has to kill the person that she loves in order to go back to being a mermaid. So does Rod have to kill Vairika to go back to normal? The book falls from my hands and collapses onto the floor as I stare at it, dumbfounded. Wait, this means Rod needs to kill Vairika? Then the item that Sir Mythos mentioned earlier, could it be the knife? I need to find him. I turn and start running in the direction of Rod's room in hopes that I will be able to catch Sir Mythos there. When I come to the end of the hallway, however, it is not Mythos who stands by Rod's door. Emmeline? Emmeline is slowly walking in the direction of the throne room. Her movements seem oddly mechanical. I rush towards her. Princess Emmeline? Where are you going? Let's go to Rod. Why is she going to the throne room? Rod is back in his room. Oh! Or does Rod have to kill Dyson? Even more fucked up. He probably has to do that, right? Maya catches something shining on Emmeline's hand. Okay. My heart nearly stops when I see it as a knife. Emmeline, what are you? If he kills his beloved with this blade, his curse will break and he won't die. It is as if she's in a trance. Is this Sir Mythos' doing? Is she under one of his spells? Emmeline, snap out of it! Emlyn starts walking again, ignoring me. When I try to approach her again, thinking to steal away the knife, a shadow suddenly comes to stand between us. Varg looms in front of me, smirking. Where did you come from? Let me through, Varg. No can do, princess. Do you want to save the prince? I look at Emlyn, who has not even turned to glance at us. I glare at Varg, who is standing in my way, grinning. Step aside, Varg. Ah, feisty. You are far more interesting princess than your stepsister. I try to step aside, but Varg follows my motions. I try again and again, but he just thwarts my progress. He holds up a hand in the air, eyebrows raised. Tell me, what would you do if I let you go? Would you stop him from killing the girl? Varg would never kill her! He would never do anything to harm the person he loves. He refused to do it and has no reason to do it now. Varg is silent a few moments as he considers. Interesting. He steps aside and bows. Go ahead then. You are letting me go? I would like to see how this play may end without any strings attached. Alright, chapter 10, The Mermaid's Voice. Alright, so I'm gonna end the episode here, and the last one will be the finale. I will do both endings just to see what happens, but this episode was disgusting for me. I can't stand the flirting, my dude. Oh my god. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Cinderella Phenomenon, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companions. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos for Patreon only, a Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Or if you would prefer to check out my store to help out support the channel as well, I'd really appreciate that as well. This was interesting. Let's see what ending I'll get. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! So, the rumors were true. Life is Strange is getting a prequel. Life is Strange Before the Storm takes place 2 years before the events of Life is Strange. In Life is Strange Before the Storm, hell, you smelled it so delicious and... Oh god!